What's going on, everybody? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome to the Better Baseball MLB DFS Playbook Podcast here as we break down the Wednesday 9-game main slate starting at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time here. A little day baseball 9-gamer. We have a 6-game, 6:40 start later on in the evening. James and I will be live to break down that slate. Today's podcast breaking down the early slate, getting you guys ready for the action. James, how we doing?
Doing good. Pretty interesting 9-game early. I guess they are still considering this early slate, and then the main slate is, sure, even though the main slate is smaller than the early slate, but I digress. Good slate on tap here. 9 games. A lot of baseball, all 30 teams in action here, John. 9 and, doing quick math. The math is mathing 9-game early, 6-game late. So should be a fun one. And this early slate, no course field that we're contending with here. So it looks like a lot of sun. I don't know if you're looking at these icons, but man, I haven't seen this much sun on a DraftKings slate in some time.
Sure. Thankfully, no potential rain, knock on wood here. That doesn't end up impacting anything that we got going on. Before we do break down the 9-game slate, again, a quick shout out to our friends over at Real Time Fantasy Sports. If you haven't yet signed up already over at rtsports.com, you can scan the QR code on the screen there or go to rtsports.com/alarm. Promo code ALARM23 gets you a 100% deposit match up to $200. Take part in their fantasy football championship and best ball championships going on right now. Their fantasy football championship gives you a shot at a $500,000 grand prize just by playing a little fantasy football over on RT Sports. So again, go to rtsports.com/alarm, promo code alarm23 to take advantage of that offer. Turning our attention to this 9-game slate here over on DraftKings board. James pitching. Brandon Woodruff is the only guy on a 9-game slate up over $10,000 at 10-2 against Cubs. You then have Framber Valdez, Logan Webb, and Bryce Miller up over $9K. What are your thoughts on these top 4 starting pitchers tonight?
So I could definitely see myself getting to Woodruff. He's been really good outside of one start in Texas. We know how good Texas can be, but that was the only start this year he hasn't had 20 fantasy points. And again, he's only made 6 starts, but he's been as good as ever since returning from injury, coming off his best start. Yet 11 strikeouts over 6 innings, 1 earned. The only thing that he has really been bitten by is the home run, 7 home runs in his first 6 starts. So it won't matter if they're solo shots. So I do like Woodruff quite a bit. Valdez, I mean, dude, talk about another, this guy is insane. It's like, I mean, I don't know what to make.
You don't know when the good or the bad is coming here.
I mean, the good is as good as it gets. He's thrown
no hitter.
Yeah, he has 16 no-hit innings mixed in between awfulness, right? Mm-hmm. It's been probably a fade against how good Boston's lineup can be. Logan Webb, I think, is interesting, although he's coming off bad starts, but Cincinnati strikes out a lot, so we can get one of those random double-digit strikeout outings from Logan Webb. And, Bryce Miller's been a little disappointing every so often. I mean, if you look at the number, it's like every other start, he's been good and bad. Oakland feels like an exploitable matchup. He's been really good against them this year. 12 innings, 1 run, 16-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 28 fantasy points per game against Oakland and 2 starts against them. So
yeah, pretty decent.
Pretty decent. Right.
Tier below them, you have Sonny Gray, you have Dylan Cease, Tanner Beebe, Hunter Green in the 8K range here. Feels like to me the reliable pitcher is going to be Sonny Gray in this range.
Yep, agreed. Cease has been horrible of late. It's a really tough spot. Not going to go there. Tanner Bibby he's also been really good, though, John. On the flip side of this, I think the best 2 pitchers in this tier are facing one another because Hunter Green's been pretty bad in the 2 starts since returning too. So it could be a spot for him. San Francisco's offense has obviously been very pedestrian this year. So, for whatever that's worth, you probably could get to Hunter Green if you think that there's some strikeout upside here. but it's really risky. But I do like the $8,200 price tag on Hunter Green.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a spot where if the strikeouts come against a team that we know has struggled against right-hand pitching, like you said, it's just been, 13 runs and 60 thirds.
Not great, Bob. Not great.
Tanner Bibby, obviously, again, has pitched well. Minnesota strikes out a lot, hits a lot of home runs. So if they keep the ball in the ballpark, they'll probably find success. Not going Dylan Cease.
No, not a chance.
Not touching. More likely to play against Dylan Cease than pitch.
Agreed. Fully agree.
Tier below them, Chris Bassett here against Washington. Kyle Gibson against the White Sox. Could be a good spot for him there. Reed Detmer and the newly departed Angels going up against Philadelphia. I've been pitching a lot of Sanchez lately.
You sure have.
I don't know if that stops here against Philadelphia, even though Philadelphia, despite their left-handed bats and maybe one of the hottest hitters in baseball, Trey Turner. Sorry, that's on the team. I am reading it wrong. He has the best offense in baseball, backing him up maybe, or one of the best offenses in baseball. Now he's going up against an Angels team that just let go of a handful of their best hitters against left-handed pitching. So I think Sanchez is where I'm going to be looking to go in this range.
So it's weird because all these guys that were placed on waivers, John, are like still playing. Like Harrison Bader played for the Yankees on Tuesday, but he was placed on waivers. So I'm not really sure if they're not claimed by then. Like they're just, I mean, they were playing. Like Hunter Renfroe, I think, played today, and like all these dudes are like playing. It's weird the way the waivers are.
Were they not officially put on waivers?
I mean, I think Harrison Bader was officially placed on waivers, and he played for the Yankees. So I don't comprehend that, but I guess that's interesting. Let's see the Angels. I'm gonna make sure. Renfroe went 0 for 3. He played. Like
I don't know then. I don't know how it works.
He was in the lineup.
How do you get released and then play?
Because they weren't waivers isn't like release. It's like you're being placed on a wire.
So anybody can just pick you up, but you're still allowed to play?
You are based on there's like how a fantasy football waiver wire would work. Like there's a list and your team falls in like a specific order, and then they clear. Once they clear, I think it's like you return to whatever the case is. These players were placed on waivers, but they played. Like Bader and Renfroe for sure played.
I guess we'll wait and see what the lineup looks like. But if like Renfroe and Grichuk aren't in the lineup here against
Grichuk homered, dude. He homered tonight. Like he hit a home run.
Maybe somebody will claim them then.
Right.
I'm confused as how that whole process works. Then
I think regardless though,
but I still like. Going back to what I said, I still like Sanchez a lot.
Yeah, regardless, I think I would get to Sanchez.
Good strikeout totals. Yeah. He gets quality starts. He can pitch. We had a 107 pitch outing.
Right.
It's just the offense has been blowing them up, so they don't really extend them.
Wow, look at the run support this dude has, dude. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So in the 7K range, I think him, and then do you give a peek at Mr. Gibson here?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Great spot, right?
Yes. Both those guys, no one else, move on. And I don't know if there's anyone else.
I'm not going to pitch anybody here. Not, if anything, definitely playing St. Louis when it comes to hitters, going up against Rich Hill. Going to be looking to attack that spot. But I'm not going to play Cutter, not going to play Hendricks, Corbin, Hill, Mikolas, and Neal. No, thank you.
Yeah, I would say Corbin's a little interesting, and I usually don't fall for the Patrick Corbin stuff, but he is a little bit. He's not interesting.
Do not even think about it.
We've talked about Toronto a few times. Boba Shed on IL now. I know David Schneider exists in the world, and he homered again against a lefty and stuff, but I don't know.
It's not for me. Let's go to hitting here, because Wilson Contreras is $3,800.
Yep,
and homered on Tuesday.
2. He just hit a second.
Got 2 homers on a Tuesday.
just hit a second.
James's team has a bajillion home runs in FSGA this week.
Yeah.
Today as well. I think he's up to 7 or 8.
7.
So,
7 home runs today.
But Rich Hill's trash. I actually think it was Mark who deployed the strategy of starting the long man for the Padres the last time
I think so.
And he got like 4 shutout innings out of him. So again, glad he's on our team now. You
Right.
know, like just big braining, throwing the long man, knowing that they're not telling you that there's a planned long reliever and the Rich Hill starts, but Rich Hill doesn't go long enough in these games, and they just
Nope.
throw a long man out there. So,
Yep.
anyways, like Wilson Contreras, like Danny Jansen against Corbin, that definitely going to be playing some of that. We'll see if Cal Raleigh plays a day game after a night game. Hopefully he could, because a lot of power potential for him there. Any other catchers for you?
Langoliers just hit another home run against a right-handed pitcher tonight, and he's going to get another righty here. So I've said it for a while. If he's facing a righty, there's just infinite amounts of power in that bat.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one for sure. Trying to see if there's any other good value spots. Maybe target here. Kisner probably in the lineup too.
Probably.
Like they have no problems double catch rate.
Yeah, they probably play both. Yep.
$2,800 for him. I mean, Connor Watt, Framber Valdez shows up. Could play Connor Wong at $2,700. That's not out of the question here. So it's probably where we end the catcher.
Yep.
Moving on over to the infield here, kind of long scoping the rest of it. Where are you looking to start? I've already said I like the Cardinals, so throw in Goldschmidt and Arenado for me. Where are you going?
I know I'm just looking at who we can use. Alec Bohm, 4,400 feels too good to be true right now. They intentionally walked Bryce Harper in front of him on Tuesday. Mistake, hit a 3-run home run following that. So I like Alec Bohm quite a bit, 44. I mentioned the David Schneider thing. This guy is real against left-handed pitching, dude. He had a 700 ISO going into Tuesday's slate against lefties. It was a small sample, yeah, but then first at bat hit a home run. David Schneider, 4,300, third base, outfield eligible. I like him. Looking through all the positions here, I mean, dude, I'm gonna go back to Gunnar Henderson and Trey Turner, shortstop, third base. Trey Turner, another 2-hit game. That's 3 home runs in his last 2 games. That's 6 home runs in his last 10 games for Trey Turner. 9 extra base hits, 12 runs scored, 13 RBIs. I just really want to drive that point home that Trey Turner may be the hottest hitter, other than Julio Rodriguez and Marcell Ozuna, and like he's like in the top 5 of hottest hitters on the planet. Right. But Gunner's been equally great. He had another solid game on Tuesday with multi-hits. No, he actually only had 1 hit, but he did score a run. So a little disappointing, 1 for 4. But yeah, I mean, I think this is an elite shortstop position with Gunner and Trey Turner at the top.
Yeah, I won't argue. Again, it helps that Gunner has the multi-position eligibility, as you pointed out there. When we're looking down into the mid-tier or value ranges, for me, again, I like going at Rich Hill. So you have Tommy Edman there at $4,100. A spot that I'd be looking to target. After not playing a couple of days, Josh Rojas should finally be back in the lineup with the righty on the mound. So $3,500 for him. Now, we got to see what's going on in Seattle, because Ty France left tonight with an injury. Julio Rodriguez is scratched, and George Kirby left with an injury, or an illness, or got scratched with an illness. So we'll see if Seattle is just catching the bad luck bug or not. But love Rojas at $3,500.
Yeah, Rojas has been really, really good since joining the team. So I do like that quite a bit. And you mentioned it before we hopped on air, like finally gets a righty. He's been really bad luck, just lefty after lefty after lefty. Ryan O'Hearn, speaking of lefties, I'd go back to the well against Cease there. He's 3,400. Maybe some Giants. Wilmer and Lamonte Wade are both under 4K. If you're not in on Hunter Green, like some Giant infielders could be interesting. Moving down the list even further, I don't really see much that I love. I could play. I'm always interested in Ryan Noda a little bit just for power. Garrett Cooper, John, 2,900.
Keep riding him. I have no problem with that.
I don't know what he did on. What did he do on Tuesday? Let's look. Has Garrett Cooper done anything on Tuesday? 0 for 4. thus far. So
Not
first day,
not gonna scare me off on the back.
Yeah, no, it's not. But just I'm surprised that because he's been so good. So I'd go back to the Garrett Cooper down here.
Yeah, I'm seeing if anybody else might pop here, but I don't really see. Maybe Luis Urias breaks the lineup for Boston, gets Framber here at $2,300. We know he has.
Would you play Rowdy? $2,700? I know he's been really bad. He finally hit a home run and whatnot, but
yeah, maybe Hendricks is very bad at home. If that wind's blowing out, it could be a lot of offense happening in Milwaukee. Obviously, our guy Willie Adames here at 42.
Yeah,
against Hendricks could be a spot to target as well.
True. I like that.
Let's see. When does NATO come back? I'll start here. Resume baseball activities. So
a little bit.
Mason Wynn rather. $2,300. Good punt shortstop. Moving on over to outfield. Let's finish this off here for everybody. Ohtani is your top price guy at 65. We'll see if J-Rod is in the line. You said it was a foot injury that he was dealing with.
Yeah, foot soreness.
So 64. Obviously, if Julio is in, he's going to be locked into a ton of lineups.
Yep.
Jordan and Tucker, popular plays against Crawford most likely here. Soto against Mikolas for sure as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can get to any and all of them. Ohtani's obviously as good as it gets against lefties. J-Rod, probably my favorite option of the group. Cutter, how did Cutter fare his last time out? Did Cutter look good? Yeah,
No.
He looked pretty. 2 earned against the Dodgers. He looked okay.
Okay, maybe it was
seven strikeouts. No, he's had a good stretch here. Yankees 6 innings, 1 run.
Maybe he got tagged for some unearned runs then. Maybe.
It looks like he's been pretty good overall.
Okay. I remember maybe it was Kansas City side. These games all blend together at this point.
I just wanted to see.
But yeah, you're not wrong. Yankees and Dodgers, pretty good performances.
Because I'm okay getting to Astros whenever, but I just wanted to see if how interested I'd really be. And then you mentioned the Soto thing. I'm just out on the Padres. I don't know. I'm just they're so bad, dude.
Yeah. I agree with you for sure. All right, let's go down a little bit more to the outfield in the mid tier. What's the name standing out to you? It has to be Adam Duvall, right? Another home run.
Yes, it does have to be.
He's got 4 straight games now with a home run, and he's got 7 and 9. So
yeah, in this same tier, Castellanos 51 gets Detmers. Mullins at 5K gets Cease. He's been a little better of late. McCormick, if you're playing Houston, Duvall, and Springer, they're all super elite. Duvall has 7 home runs in 9 games is literally insane.
It's insane. It is an insane number for sure. Frelick's 43. Again, looking at attack some of Hendricks in Chicago. Tyler O'Neill gets a lefty at $2,600 in Rich Hill. I know we're going to be looking to play with fire there a little bit. Let's see. O'Hearn. I'll keep playing O'Hearn.
Sure.
Cease is bad. So
absolutely
100% fine going there. Cade Marlowe's $3,300. I know he's cooled off a little bit, but could get there. Where else would you look to play here?
For value, are the Red Sox going to play Rafaela?
I bet they give him a game. He is a righty, so this would be the spot because Framber's a mound, and so Verdugo, Yoshida, Duran season-ending surgery for him. So he's done.
So are they just gonna keep him? Are they just gonna keep Rafaela in? Or
it's that, or it's Weiler. Weiler's on paternity leave right now, so once he comes off, they'll either option Weiler or they'll keep up Sedan. So
okay.
To add to bat there. I would give Rafaela the opportunity, but Weiler was good.
Yeah, really good.
So,
sure.
Sedan gives you a Gold Glove defense, though, and he can play. He played at the minor league level. He played everything but first base and catcher.
Oh shit!
And reportedly, he is a Gold Glove at all positions.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I don't know.
Must be nice.
Yeah, he's just an elite athletic with a great arm sort of play. And then the bat over the last year and a half just exploded. So
must be nice.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. So yeah, maybe Sadan gets in there against the lefty. Could see that for sure.
That's
Price
probably as
still?
low as.
Team Price is Sadan Price?
No, he is. I moved
29. Okay, 29
and
bucks.
I don't see much else under him, to be honest.
Let's
I don't know if you do.
Let's get to a lineup build then.
Okay.
We were definitely in on Sanchez, I believe, right? We agreed on that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then what was our SP1? And then Gray, Gibson. Do we want to spend up for a
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay going Sonny Gray.
Okay. That gives us 42.25. We have no cores on this slate, thankfully, so we can look to spend money elsewhere. Catcher.
Jansen 36.
Ken Wilson? Contreras?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I kind of wanted to stack some cards here.
Yeah.
Let's see, Arenado, and then O'Neill was 36.
And Edmund, you could play at second base now at 41.
That's 4K. We'll trust maybe Sadan gets in there. 43. I don't think we need a 5 stack with Edmund. Let's see.
No, we don't. I want to get Phillies in there. Either Ball. We could. Oh, we can't play Ball. No, we can't.
Yeah.
Trey Turner is short.
Okay. Yes, Turner short for sure.
He's 50. He's expensive, but
3,800 for an outfielder and a second baseman. Definitely doable.
Let's see
here. I mean, Nolan Gorman hits lefty. It's a lefty. We already have all these Cardinals, so don't need that.
Yeah, we have
Rojas here at 35.
Yep, Rojas. Yep.
And a 4,100. Where do we want to go? Hearn? We'll have a lot of money left over though.
Kepler's in a tough spot.
If we went Gibson, that gives us a 51. Castellanos?
And then you could play either Castellanos or Duvall at 47.
What would you prefer?
Both are. I mean,
Duvall's on another level right now.
Yeah, it's really hard not to pick a guy who has 7 home runs in his last 9 games.
So double spend down on the slate, which I think is doable. I think Gibson and Sanchez are in really great spots here. It lets you spend up for the card stack against Rich Hill, Rojas, Turner, and as a one. Well, what connects better, I guess? Turner and Castellanos probably connects better than Duvall and Rafaela.
Yeah, they would probably hit Sadan 9th, right? If he plays. Most likely. Yeah, I mean, the Castellanos probably connects.
Duvall can't hit a home run for 5 straight games, can he?
I mean, he's at 7 and 9, so it seems like anything is possible.
I guess it is possible.
That's what Kevin Arnett told us that, John.
He did tell us that. All right, so that's a look at the lineup. Then we'll run the mini Philly stack here. Contreras, Gibson, Sanchez, Gibson, Contreras, Goldschmidt, Rojas, Arenado, Turner, O'Neill, Rafaela, Castellanos. We'll have the content out in the morning for the playbook. We'll have Discord access availability as well. And then James and I will be back live 5 o'clock to break down the late slate. Have any questions, find us on Twitter, find us in Discord, and good luck. We will catch you all later.